Alright guys, so we're back with another video. This one's going to be a little bit different, but I felt like it was kind of important for us to touch on, and so we're going to go ahead talk about it. I got a few pictures and stuff I want to talk about, so with that being said, let's just go ahead and get right into the video. So if any of you guys are unaware of what's kind of going on right now, Borderlands 3 is finally getting their crossplay patch coming very soon. They already have it full, like, ready to go and stuff. However, there's some issues and some caveats. Now, if we come over here to Twitter and we look at Randy Pitchford's tweet here, this was tweeted on the 27th, about 3 days ago. So the first thing he's talking about is like good news or bad news first, right? So the good news is obviously an update for BL3 has been prepared for release that includes full crossplay support across all platforms. Now they talked about having crossplay for this game before this game launched, and it's almost June 2021 and we're just not getting to it, which is good, but you see what I'm saying? It's been a minute. However, we then run into a caveat right here with the bad news portion, which says, bad news for certification. We have been required by the publisher to remove crossplay support for PlayStation consoles. Now, obviously, that is kind of a problem. We even have some of these memes here. Survive together, die alone. Obviously, you know, Sony has always been very... how should I say this? Very weary, very on edge about having crossplay for, you know, for some of their games and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And here we go again, where it bites, where we bite the bullet here. So the main issue is that this is not on Gearbox's end. This is not on 2K's end. This is on Sony's end. I'm pretty sure, like, most of y'all that might have been using PlayStations for a minute now might have run into this issue before. If you like just got like a PS5 or some shit like that, this has kind of been a thing where Sony's always been very not cross-play friendly for certain things. If you look down here, it says in 2018, a public outcry for Fortnite players seemingly pushed Sony to finally support crossplay on the PS4 until its big shift with Fortnite. Sony had repeatedly chosen not to support crossplay for other games like Minecraft, Rocket League. Newly released documents from Epic's first Apple lawsuit now show how Epic tried to negotiate with Sony for crossplay, and that once Sony did finally allow cross-platform play, it began charging developers based on how much their games earned on their on other platforms. So in a 2019 document titled Cross-Platform Revenue Share, Sony outlined a royalty payment policy for games that earn a significant portion of their money on platforms other than the PS4. If the proportion of the PSN revenue share divided by the PS4 gameplay share for a title is less than 85% in any given month, the partner will pay Sony a royalty to offset the reduction in revenue. I believe somewhere that lies 15% or something like that. That's a bit dense, but the gist is that Sony wants to ensure that PlayStation players aren't running off to spend their money elsewhere while still relying on Sony's servers infrastructure. So what that is basically saying, if you were on PlayStation, let's say let's just pick a random, let's just say Minecraft, right? So let's say that you first got the Bedrock edition on Minecraft on PlayStation, and then you have it on Xbox as well, and you link your accounts, but you go on Xbox to, like, I don't know, buy all the skins, buy the maps, do a bunch of microtransactions on the Xbox platform for your account that you can play on both Xbox and PlayStation. Since you made those purchases on the Xbox marketplace, Microsoft is going to be the one to actually get that revenue, not Sony. Even if you were to, like, make those microtransactions on the Xbox marketplace, then use them and play with them on your PS4, PS5, whatever the fuck, it's still that revenue is going to go to Xbox. This is what Sony doesn't like. This is where the greed, I guess you could say, sits in. So as far as I know, Sony is the only developer that does this or whatever. But luckily for us, we do have kind of a bit of a chart and a bit of a formula here. So Sony is very hesitant because they look at this as a way to losing money. This is obviously a very big anti-consumer position for them to take, as for literally everybody else that is pretty cool with it. Xbox is like, hell yeah. Even Nintendo, who is like known for being heavy anti-consumer on some of the decisions that they've made with, like, heavy being like heavily against like initially YouTubers posting their games and stuff back when the site came up. Anyways, we're digressing. So the point is that Sony, I don't know if they're like built by the greed, but they are heavily like not champ. If you want our player base, you gotta pay a fucking fee. So here's the chart, right, that we got here. This is the cross-platform revenue share. This is this is what Sony leaked, so people actually know, developers know, publishers, all that stuff, games know. So if they want to have crossplay, this is what they got to follow. So if the proportion of the PSN revenue share divided by the PS4 gameplay share for a title is less than 85% in any given month, so basically if you have this number right here, and then you have this number, so it's basically this number divided by this number, so depending on what that is. So like if we use the example that they gave us here, so basically what Sony is trying to do is they're trying to make sure that they never they're trying to guarantee themselves to where they'll always be profitable whenever they go crossplay. So if we look at the example that they have right here for us, so we'll take I don't use my own example, but we'll use theirs. So what they're saying is that if the cross-platform revenue was $1 million, okay, easy to follow, lots of zeros, very easily. What they are then saying is that you take 95% of the gameplay share, right? So 95% of $1 million is about, you know, 950,000, right? Then what you're going to do is that you would then you subtract the PSN revenue, whatever. So it'd be 950,000 minus 600,000, which would leave you at 350,000. And then what you do is that you multiply by 15% to then come and get this number, which is how much the advertisers that the publisher is owed to Sony via their cross-platform revenue share. Let's see, we'll do another example. We'll say 5 million. So you have 5 million. Then you get 95% of that, which would be, then you would take 4.75 million. You would minus it by about we'll just do 3 million. Then you multiply 1.75 million by 15%. Then the publisher would owe them $262,500. There you go, dude. I know this might have been a little confusing. It's a little confusing for me. The point being is that whenever a publisher for their game wants to make sure that their game can go cross-play, and Sony is included in that, so all PlayStation consoles, which I mean generally most people do because that's a big portion of the gaming community, then they have to pay a certain fee, about I believe it's halfway through each quarter of the year, to Sony to make up if they've lost any revenue from their game being cross-play. It's basically to cover up if people who are playing crossplay are spending most of their money on like the Xbox services or the Steam services and not Sony services, where Sony is losing money. Then the publisher has to basically pay that money back to Sony to make sure Sony doesn't lose anything or doesn't like go heavily negative for that part of the year. It's kind of weird. I'm not too familiar with all of their like Sony's rules and all of this side of the stuff like that. I just figured I would go ahead and do my best to help point this out and help people like understand kind of like what's going on. I talked about the Randy Pitchford tweet saying like, yeah, there is no crossplay Borderlands for PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam can still play with each other, and Epic, I guess, if people still use the Epic variant. But for us PlayStation users, especially me myself, bro, we chilling. We still by our damn selves, bro. We ain't got no fucking friends other than our PlayStation homies online, bro. Let me guys know your thoughts and opinions down on this below. Obviously, this is a very touchy subject to say the least. Kind of lame that, you know, Sony is so goddamn greedy at times, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, guys, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, y'all new around here, please consider subscribing. We do post daily Borderlands 3 content, trying to hit 10K subs by the end of the year. Anyways, though, with all that stuff being said out the way, hope y'all enjoyed. My name's Kree. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.